Poblacht na Herne, the Provisional Government of the Irish Republic to the people of Ireland. Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old traditions of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summonses her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizens' Army, having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment and, supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished that right, nor can it ever be extinguished except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years, they have asserted it in arms. Standing on the fundamental right and again asserting it in arms in the face of the world, we hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign, independent state. And we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, and its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to, and hereby claims, it's the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman. The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, equal rights and equal opportunities to all its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and of all its parts, cherishing all the children of the nation equally, and oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government which has divided a minority from the majority in the past. Until our arms have brought the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government representative of the whole people of Ireland and elected by the suffrages of all her men and women, the provisional government hereby constituted will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic in trust for the people. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms, and we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonour it by cowardice, inhumanity, or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valour and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it is called. Signed on behalf of the Provisional Government, Thomas J. Clarke, Sean McDermott, Tomas McDonough, P.H. Pearse, Eamon Kent, James Connolly, Joseph Plunkett.
Is honour dúsa agus privilege bhíonn seo libse in Belfast and in Cash seo. is iad na sreidin na seo, na córsnachtaí seo, agus na daoine seo a bhainlaí cuas na phoblachtaí is Gaeilge. Is caithearí seo atá crí léir strachailt na tíre seo. Agus teasa an ceithir seo ní smó, ná an chuide smó an price an chuimhlint, ach basta teasa acu an cuairt an dothais. Sa ceithir seo ciúil nach dhéimneacht agus an phríomhacht one ar one. Buniu agus bunchlá de phoblachtanas na héireann is é Belfaste. Is bin bhuamh Belfaste a dheall na héireannaí intia gan stopú go deá go mbeadh éire sir ó tíreannach hasanna. So, Cardi, it's an honour for me and it's a privilege to be with you here in Belfast this Easter Sunday. To stand here in a city where the streets, neighbourhoods and the people have stood tall, have stood the course of Irish republicanism like few others. This is a city that is etched in the history of our struggle, a city that knows well the price of conflict, but also the power of hope. A city where resilience and resistance walked hand in hand. And Belfast has long been the cornerstone of Irish republicanism. It was on Belfast Cave Hill that the United Irishmen pledged never to desist until they had freed Ireland from English tyranny. The Falls Road, Ballymurphy, Ardoyne, Short Strand and many others, these are not just names on the map. They are places of courage, of loyalty, of enduring sacrifice, of an unbreakable republican spirit. And it is here, in this city of Belfast, that the British attempted to crush a risen people through internment, through raids, through torture and militarisation. But it was also here that the people stood tall, facing down the British military with nothing but determination and faith in the justice of their cause. From the blanket men to the hunger strikers to the community activists on the ground, Belfast never ever wavered. And the names of Bobby Sands and Joe MacDonald and Mairead Farrell echo through these streets. And we remember not only those of the most famous among our fallen patriots, but this Easter we remember every single man and woman who gave their lives in the pursuit for Irish freedom, and we salute them. Theirs is a legacy of bravery, of courage and of enduring hope. And I encourage you today, we gather here at this commemoration, as Republicans do, right across the island, to remember them, not with mourning alone, but with pride and with renewed purpose. On this special day, we honour the heroes of Easter week of 1916 and all of those who carried the flame since. And we recommit ourselves to the vision that they had, a united and free and equal Ireland. There is no doubt, Harja, that we are living in a time of extraordinary change. The political ground beneath us is shifting all the time. In the north, the days of unionist majority are gone and gone forever, and good riddance to them. And this place, once carved into existence by a guaranteed permanent unionist dominance, has now got a Republican First Minister. That is the revolutionary politics that we're involved in, Akarja. That is the change that we are bringing about. And that is not rhetoric just, that is revolutionary. That is what we can do when we put our minds to something and do something that many people believed was unachievable. And the momentum for Irish unity grows stronger every single day. No longer is it a distant aspiration held by just a few. It is fast becoming the defining political project of our generation. And no city has earned its place in shaping that future more than this city of Belfast. It is here that the roadmap to a new republic is being charted. But the need for change is not just symbolic, it is urgent. We see a British government that is once again imposing austerity on people here. Essential services are being slashed, communities again to suffer. And plenty of money for war is the chant, but not for basic services on which people demand. Shame on them. The current cuts to services and the new militarisation agenda of the British government make it clear, if ever we needed to be told again, that the future of the people here does not lie in Westminster. It lies in unity, it lies in sovereignty, it lies in Irish democracy. A unity referendum can and should happen before the end of this decade. But that's not just going to happen by chance. We need to prepare for it. We need to prepare for it strategically, respectfully and confidently. The debate on a new Ireland is also taking place with sections of the Unionist population. And Sinn Féin has been in dialogue with members of the Unionist people in the North for some time, and that has increased in recent years. There are many issues for Republicans and Unionists to talk about. We need to address the genuine fears and concerns of Unionists in a meaningful way. We need to look at what they mean when they say they are British and be willing to explore and be open to new ideas. We need to look at ways in which the Unionist people can find their place in a new Ireland. I encourage you, the British government need to also honour its responsibility on the Good Friday Agreement. But just as importantly, the Irish government in the South must lead from the front. I welcome the recent comments by the former Taoiseach, Leo Varadkar, who rightly called Irish unity the political project of our generation. But such judgment has not been matched by Micheál Martin, whose remarks have only displayed not only a failure of ambition, but a failure to understand the scale of the opportunity before us. So Micheál Martin, it is time to get with it, because people are moving on. What is clear though, Akarja, is the surest way and the most effective path to Irish unity is through a Sinn Féin-led government in Dublin. And despite relentless attacks, despite media cynicism, despite an establishment resistance, Sinn Féin emerged from the 2024 election with our strongest team yet. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, clinging to each other in desperation, can delay change, but they are not going to stop it, because we are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I was proud in recent weeks to walk through the gates of Leinster House. I did so many years ago as a TD when there was only 4 others of us. Today we have the largest number of TDs than we had in 100 years. And that is how the sign of the times to come. We know, and people are embracing Sinn Féin because they know that the government of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael can't solve the housing crisis, the healthcare crisis, the immigration or the cost of living crisis, because they created those crises. And they will not lead on the issue of Irish unity because they fear real political change. Sinn Féin does not. We embrace it, we drive it, we are the change makers, Akarja. At a time of global upheaval, Sinn Féin continues to lead the political opposition in the Dáil, defending Irish core values when others falter. And one such value is Irish neutrality. For generations, neutrality has been at the cornerstone of Irish foreign policy, reflecting our commitment to peace, to diplomacy and for independence. Yet today, we are watching the European Union rush towards militarisation in the context of the response to the war in Ukraine. And Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael have joined in, launching an assault on the triple lock, which protects our sovereignty and ensures Irish troops are never sent abroad without a democratic consent and mandate. So let me say to Micheál Martin and to Simon Harris, if you want to really abandon neutrality, if that's your agenda, if that's what you want to do, then put it to the people. Have the courage of your convictions to hold a referendum, because you will get a resounding result in favour of Irish neutrality, I have no doubt. The priority for the Southern government should not be foreign military adventures, but in rebuilding our own defence forces that can protect our skies, our seas, and continue our proud legacy of UN peacekeeping. And I make this pledge today Sinn Féin will fight every step of the way to defend Irish neutrality. I urge you, over the year and more, we have witnessed horror beyond imagination in Palestine. Agus shasan majinu le mucher in the Palestine, agus mucher Gaza. The Israeli state has launched a relentless attack and a brutal campaign against the people of Gaza, killing tens of thousands, displacing millions, and targeting civilians, hospitals, schools, and places of worship. And let's call it what it is, because this is not a war, this is genocide, plain and simple. It is a systematic attempt to erase a people and to erase their history. And once again, the Irish people have stood on the right side of history, marching in their tens of thousands, demanding justice and raising their voices for peace. And we in Sinn Féin stand with Muncher and Palestine. We demand a ceasefire, an end to the occupation, and full compliance with international law. And we will continue to press for the passage of the Occupied Territories Bill, and we will introduce legislation in the next number of days that will ban the sale of Israeli war bonds by the Southern Government. We need to see real, meaningful sanctions against Israel, because silence in the face of genocide is complicity, and we will not be silent. I urge you, as all of us know, as we gather here, we know that Easter is much more than remembrance, more than commemoration. It is a time of renewal, a time of recommitment, a time of resolve. And Sinn Féin stands ready, right across the island of Ireland, with bold, credible solutions for the real challenges facing our people. We are not waiting for change, we are building it bit by bit. In the north, the old political order has passed away, and in the south, the Conservative grip is weakening by the day. And across Ireland, hope is rising. The idea of a new Ireland, a fairer, a more just, a united Ireland is no longer a whisper. It is a call echoing through every townland, every street, every village, every home, and nowhere more than here in Belfast. This city has paid a heavy price, but it has also led the way, and I know it will do so again. So I urge you on this Easter Sunday, let us go forward with confidence, with courage, and with clarity of purpose. Let us build that united Ireland worthy of the patriots we honour here in this cemetery. Let us build a republic of justice, of equality, of unity. A republic that is united, that is free, and that is fair for all who wishes to live in it. Array Linda Killa, Akurja, I know we can do it, and we will gather here. We will gather here on an Easter Sunday, not too far away, and an Easter Sunday when we can say, we have finished the job. We have built the republic because we are the change makers. Guramaigov.
Thank you, Pearse. All of that leaves me to do. So we call on the Colour Party to fall out.